Every time you scroll social media, your brain is being quietly rewired and you don't even notice it. What you think is just a few minutes of scrolling is actually shaping your thoughts, emotions, and even your attention span. Right now, imagine your brain like a soft piece of clay that changes shape with every touch. Every video, every swipe is leaving a tiny mark on that clay. And the shocking part is, this is happening every single day without you even realizing it. This is not science fiction. This is how your brain naturally adapts to what you consume. Welcome to BrainDecoded, where we break down the hidden science behind your daily habits in the simplest way possible. And before we go deeper, if you're already feeling curious about how this is affecting you, hit that like button and subscribe, because what you're about to learn might change how you use your phone forever. Let's start with something simple. Your brain loves rewards. Every time you get a like, a comment, or a funny video, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine that makes you feel good. Now, here's the catch. Social media platforms are designed to trigger that dopamine again and again. So your brain starts craving more scrolling, more videos, and more quick hits of pleasure. Without realizing it, you stop enjoying long focus and start preferring short bursts of entertainment. That's why sitting through a long article or studying feels harder than watching endless short videos. And slowly, your attention span begins to shrink. Not because you are weak, but because your brain is adapting to the environment you feed it. It is literally rewiring itself based on your daily habits. Think about the last time you tried to sit quietly without checking your phone. You probably felt restless within minutes. Felt like something was missing or pulling your attention away. That discomfort is not random. It's your brain expecting stimulation because it has been trained to stay constantly busy. The more you scroll, the more your brain believes silence is boring. Now here is where things get even more interesting. Your emotions are also being shaped by what you see every day. If your feed is full of anger, drama, or fear-based content, your brain starts to normalize those emotions. Over time, you may notice yourself feeling more anxious or irritated without knowing why. On the other hand, if you consume positive or educational content, your brain starts leaning in that direction too. This is how powerful your environment really is, even if it exists only on a screen. And the most surprising part is that your brain does not fully distinguish between real life and digital life. It reacts emotionally to both in very similar ways. So when you are laughing at a video, getting stressed from a post, or feeling envy from someone's highlight reel, your brain is treating it as real experience. Now pause for a second and think about how many hours a day your brain is exposed to this digital world. It is not just entertainment anymore. It is conditioning. And that is exactly why understanding this matters so much, because once you see what is happening, you can no longer ignore it the same way again. In the next part, we will go even deeper into how social media is shaping your memory, your decision-making, and even your self-image in ways you've never expected. The more time you spend on social media, the more your brain starts to build shortcuts for thinking. Instead of deep focus, it begins to prefer quick judgments, fast opinions, and instant answers. This is not something you choose consciously. It happens silently in the background. Your brain is always trying to become more efficient based on what you repeatedly do. So when you constantly switch between videos, posts, and messages, your mind starts getting used to rapid switching instead of deep concentration. Over time, staying focused on one task starts feeling uncomfortable. And this is where memory also gets affected in a subtle way. Your brain stops storing information deeply because it assumes you will just scroll and find it again later. Think about it. How often do you forget something you just saw online a few minutes ago? That is your brain prioritizing speed over retention. Now let's talk about something even more personal. Yourself. Every time you scroll, your brain is comparing your life with hundreds of curated moments from other people. Even if you don't realize it, your mind is constantly asking silent questions like, why not me, or why is their life better? These small comparisons slowly shape how you see yourself. The problem is, social media shows highlights, not reality. But your brain still reacts as if it is real life happening in front of you. This can slowly build feelings of dissatisfaction. Even if your actual life is fine, you just start feeling like something is missing without knowing why. And this feeling becomes part of your daily emotional background. It is subtle, but it stays there like noise in your mind. At the same time, your decision-making also starts changing. You begin to rely more on what is trending instead of what is truly right for you. Your brain starts trusting popularity signals, likes, and views as indicators of value. This is why viral opinions often feel more convincing than deeper truths. But here's something powerful to understand. Your brain is not fixed. It is constantly changing based on what you feed it every day. That means the same way it is being rewired by social media, it can also be rewired by intentional habits. You are not stuck with the version of your mind you have right now. Even small changes like reducing mindless scrolling or being more aware of what you consume can slowly shift your brain back into balance. It does not happen overnight, but it does happen. And the interesting part is, your brain actually rewards you for healthier habits too. Focus, learning, and real-world interaction also release positive chemicals, just in a more stable way. So the goal is not to completely escape social media, but to stop letting it run on autopilot in your life. Awareness is the first step toward control. When you start noticing how you feel after scrolling, you begin to regain power over your attention. That awareness alone can change your relationship with your phone. Because right now, most people are not using social media. Social media is using them through habit loops and emotional triggers. But once you understand these loops, you can start breaking them slowly. Even pausing before opening an app can interrupt the automatic cycle. At BrainDecoded, the purpose is not to scare you, but to make you aware of what is happening inside your own mind every single day. Because awareness is the strongest tool you have. If you are still watching, take a moment and think honestly. How much control do you actually have over your scrolling right now? And how much of it is just habit? If this made you think differently, leave a comment and tell me what shocked you the most about this rewiring effect. Your experience might help someone else realize it too. And share this video with someone who is always on their phone without noticing the impact. Because sometimes awareness starts with a simple conversation. The truth is simple. Your brain is always changing, but you get to decide what is shaping it.